Okay, thank you. So I would like to present a little tool that I made, and I called it copy-paste-3D. And as the name already suggests, you can use it to copy and paste 3D features between GIS and the modeling 3D modeling software. And the basic goal is to simplify a work process that you see here. And the idea is that you use your GIS system as the main platform. So that's where you build your model and where you can analyze it. But then you want to use tools, modeling tools from the 3D modeling environment. And the thing is, if you switch a lot between those two, then you run into every time into these dialogues where you need to fill out the import and export options. So I wanted to simplify that a little bit, basically to this, so you can. The idea was that this way you could bring your modeling tools that you have in 3ds Max closer to the ArcScene environment. Yeah, you don't have the tools really available in GIS, but then at least it makes it a bit easier process. So what I did was just add a copy and paste button, and that is what you see here in the GIS. And the same I did in the 3D modeling environment, also a copy and paste button. Now for the code behind the buttons, I used C# and then to have access to the classes and properties and methods, I was using archaeobjects.net API. And then in 3ds Max, I used maxscript. You can find the code on the GitHub repository if you're interested. Now, the idea is quite simple, because what really happens is when I press copy 3D inside my GIS, then the features are stored in a buffer. And when I press paste 3D in the modeling software, then basically I just retrieve them again from the buffer. The buffer is on disk. So when I go a little bit more in detail, then I have my selected features, and the code loops through all the selected features. And then for each feature, it will first of all it will save the index of the layer where it came from, because when I want to paste it back into my GIS environment, of course I want to know which layer the code has to put it to. Also the color, like from the thematic mapping, is being transferred as well. And then, of course, the most important parts are the attributes and the geometry of the feature. So for all the attributes, I'm looping through all the fields, and for each field, I save the name and the type and the value. And the geometry consists of parts. So that can be, if you have a multi-part feature, it can be the different geometries of that multi-part feature. But in this case, I also mean, for instance, if you have rings in polygon, with a polygon with a hole inside, then you have like an outer ring and an inner ring, and also those I consider parts of the geometry. And then each part is just basically a list of all the vertices, so all the points, and then I store the X, Y, and Z coordinates for each of them. So yeah, now I'll just show you a little example. So here I loaded a model inside the GIS environment. And I will not discuss the model itself, I will just use it to show you how the tool works. So first I select some of the features. And this is not one feature, but a stack of 15. Then I press the copy 3D button, which is not really, it's a bit more to the left anyways. And then I press inside my 3D modeling software, the Paste3D button, and then I see that I get my selection in the software. So the features are transferred and also the thematic colors are applied. And when I select one of the features, then I see that I get my attribute data as well. Which are basically, which is over here. So then you have to think, I don't think you can read it, but it says something like the trench and, okay, yeah. Okay, then I will apply freeform deformation as an example again. And but then afterwards I want to have the result back in my GIS, so I press the copy 3D button, then I get back to my GIS again, and then I delete the old features. I press my paste 3D button, which is also again more to the left. And then you see the result that I get my modified features back in the system again. And again, the attribute data are still connected to that. Okay, thank you for your attention.